my dear Gemini, this is a love reading, a prediction for the month of July with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And I hope you like the new Cancer display to honor Cancer's birthday month. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's all signs reading up. The message I don't want to hear but needs to hear for the full members to this channel. And the steps to move myself into a loving relationship for all the members to this channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for June to get a context, and this is the prediction for July. And I will start reading your cards. And when I open your deck here, I see the 9 of Wands with the Magician in the reversed. The 9 of Wands. This is someone that's fearful of creating. They are fearful that if they go into a relationship, they will create the same mess again that they did the last time, or if they interact with you, they will, have the same problem as they had last time, so on and so forth. So this is like a child that has been burnt by the stove and are going to be really careful with the stove in the future. I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Star card together with the Magician. And it shows that they will heal eventually. They will forget about the stove being so particularly scary, or darn scary. Okay. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. King of Wands. It feels like this person will grow from these experiences and become wiser because of it, and become a nicer person to hang around and a more mature person, a more grown-up person, a less touchy-feely person. So even if we get pain sometimes and we go through things that give us a bad experience, when we have healed through the Star card, when we're healed we become like a better person for the experience that we went through. We can understand other people that in the same situation. We can have more empathy. We can put different situations together, different people's worldview together, and have a broader perspective because of what we have been going through. Okay. I call the 6 elements, and here I have a Knight of Wands with the King of Wands. So if you have a person in your life that has been, they might not have been reaching out as much lately. Maybe they have had, like they got burned by your relationship in some way. But it feels like they will lick their wounds and then they will come back into the situation with a new fresh worldview, and also some kind of enthusiasm with this Knight of Wands there. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Gemini viewers. So the cards are acting up. Here is truth and truth. So first, now I think they are kind of digesting what they have been through, but soon they will see the truth. So that's what I'm getting. So I want my dear Gemini to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. And we can recognize ourselves both sides of this reading. So maybe what I just told you was describing you in this situation. But it can also describe the other person. And usually it's kind of the same in one way, because the things that you hate so much with your that person or your opponent or the person that you're constantly obsessing about is your shadow. So if you recognize it, it's because you probably need to do this too. Okay. just going to tune in for a few seconds here to you, the person most on your mind, and your relationship in July. This is the new bottom of the deck, and we have Five of Wands. This is when we have our different opinion, different will, and we might end up hurting each other in the process. But we need to battle things through. We need to have this things going on where we don't see eye to eye, and quarrel and communicate and be angry with each other, talk until we have quarreled so much that we can see the other person's point of view. So then we learn, then we expand our awareness. Now we can see our point of view and their point of view. And possibly if the other person has reached the same level, we are able to make some kind of compromise that will be good for both. Or we will realize that we have so different opinion in this situation that maybe we can't cooperate on this particular topic or in this particular matter. Okay. And this is the old bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords. Okay, so this is when we have a quarrel and it's the end, we weren't able to quarrel to a point where we could see the other person's point of view. We didn't discuss and, scream at each other enough to finally see, okay, so that's how you felt. Okay, now I get it. So then I don't have to be so upset. We never came to that point. Instead, we came to a point where we felt like the situation, the relationship were over. We got burned. We don't want to get burned again. So it's like death. It's minor arcana death card. This happens when either because we don't get our needs or dreams fulfilled. So our dreams might have been, totally crashed, or the other person did some backstabbing a lot of times. So eventually we give up or we kind of have so much pain that we can't continue the situation. There can be a number of reasons here, but I think this will inspire this, where we are better on actually quarreling instead of butting heads and not getting anywhere. It just leads to the end. Here we butt heads and hopefully eventually we get somewhere. Okay. This is what's on your mind with the person most on your mind, and this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. This is your feelings, the bond between you two, their feelings there, and this is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for July, and this is their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation, Seven of Swords. So this feels like a person that's not trustworthy. I want to understand more. Trustworthy, or we don't believe them, or we don't believe that a thing can be as good as it looks. We feel like there's some shenanigans going on. Four of Cups. Over it. Doesn't look like that, okay, but we pretend like we are over it. So we might have really strong feelings for a person still, but we pretend that we are over it. So either this is you or the other person. We'll see. Maybe it's both. And this is what's on your mind. And we have a beautiful Two of Cups. So Two of Cups. Clarification for the Two of Cups. Everything is fine. Ten of Swords. So this is really complicated situation for you. So maybe one person is pretending that they're over it, and you are pretending that whatever happened in the relationship was fine, and that you're still in love with the person, but things are not fine. Okay, we'll see. This is what's on their mind, and we have the Ace of Cups. Very strange cards coming up. So clarification for the Ace of Cups, the Empress. Okay, I think this person truly do love you, but something has happened between you two. I think you weren't able to battle something out. You weren't able to quarrel. You got offended, maybe they got offended by the quarrel in itself or the conflict. So we saw the Four of Swords, and maybe some person, left the field, just decided, no, I'm not going to do this anymore, or I'm not going to talk about this or try to sort it out. But you still seem like you love each other. It's just that this person is probably pretending that they aren't, and you are pretending that it didn't hurt as much as it hurt this thing, whatever happened. Okay, we'll see. This is the bond between you two, and it's the Magician. So the Divine is very, very strict with this, that you need to communicate, you need to battle things out. You can't, when we are in a relationship with someone that really matters, we just don't, stomp out the door feeling humiliated and never talk to that person again, or decide that they are a big crook and we never talk to that person again. We rather are supposed to battle things out. Maybe we can't take everything at once, but we can be angry with each other that day, and then we try to make up, but then we get angry again about the same thing because it's not sorted out. So we need to continue out until it's sorted out. So the Divine seems to be really strict with this, that there's obviously love between you. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. But since you aren't able to communicate straightforwardly, Seven of Swords is lying, or maybe being so overly diplomatic that we're actually lying, or lying to ourselves, or we can even have a very negative attitude. So we pretend like everything is like really bad, but there's hope, but we don't want to hold that hope. We want someone else to come with a hope and say, hey, I will fix this. So the Seven of Swords is a card where we show we haven't really come to a grown-up point of view in a certain situation. So we might act like we don't have any hope at all, so someone else will come and save us. Or we might pretend everything is fine and that we don't need to be saved. So we'll see. This is your feelings, Six of Coins. I think you're pretending that everything is fine because you love the person and want to come back to some kind of understanding between you two. King of Wands. So the King of Wands, we saw that in the beginning. Maybe you are already at that point and the other person needs to come to that point. They seem like they pretend like they are over it. King of Wands is usually very heroic, and here you're maybe a little bit too heroic, pretending like everything is fine when you're really hurting, but still trying to mend the relationship or find compromises, while this person seems to pretend as if they don't care, even though they care, a bunch. The Empress, it shows that you are the one, or you are the person that's, very significant in their life. And this is their feelings. And we have the Hierophant here. So Hierophant is usually a good card. It can be like someone that's a little bit a know-it-all. But it's the resources of experience that all humanity has collected together. Sometimes it ends up in books that describes, for example, a religion, but it can also end up in a history book, a biology book, a book about relationships. So it's a card about, all the fives, the Five of Wands that we saw, other fives. It's connected to the five, the Hierophant. We battle things out, we solve problems, and then we come with a solution. Someone writes a book and it ends up in the library of human knowledge. But here I feel like with this, they are remembering this stove and that burned them. So they pretend like they are over it and they don't want to get burned by the stove again because they want to learn their lesson. But we'll see. I will take a clarification here. Tower. So they feel like they should be smarter than repeating an old mistakes over and over. So they pretend like they are over it, that they are over you. They aren't over you. The Hierophant together with the Empress, it's both Taurus energy, so it's very stable energy. It's not going anywhere. It's just, moping. So moping for a very long time, probably. The Hierophant is usually about commitment and marriage and family and tribe. But here it's more about the person doesn't want to be fooled again. They want to learn from their mistakes. This is your behaviors and attitudes, and it's a beautiful Six of Wands. I actually wanted to talk about the Six of Wands when I saw the Five of Wands, that we battle it through, and then, you know, when we are the first one, maybe being able to see the above picture, whoever is the first one to see the above picture, take leadership in the situation and say, okay, now I can see both our sides. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like, do you want this? You are sad about this, or you're upset by this. You would want things to become like this or this. And you kind of validate the other person's point of view. And the other person says, yes, that's exactly what I want. And this is has been horrible for me. And then this person says, I understand you fully, but it's very important that you also understand my point of view, because in my situation, it was like this. And I felt like this. And we can compromise, we can find a solution, and we can solve this by doing this and this. We see Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, both are connected to six, the Lover's card. We also have the Minor Arcana Lover's card here, the Two of Cups. So it shows that you're very oriented towards, not showing your pain too much, not becoming a big baby in the situation, taking charge. This is Leo energy, Leo in Jupiter. You want to fix things, you want to make things better, you want to solve the situation. And this is the other person's behavior or attitudes. And we have an Eight of Cups, so it's more like stomping away over it. This person wants to protect themselves against the future disappointments. We'll see. Seven of Cups. They don't have the experience to know how to do certain things, and they might project a lot of issues onto you. Let's say someone else treated them badly and they got burned, and now whenever you have a quarrel or a misunderstanding, or you don't see exactly eye to eye, this person feels like they are going to get burned. So they're projecting, like other people, what they have done to them onto you and saying, okay, so I know, I've seen it before. And I don't think they are right, because you seem very oriented towards solving things. So this attitude of acting like this victimized person that, don't have any hope, just childish when we are together with a person that actually wants to solve things and are talking to us from a higher perspective. It's almost like we want to just milk the situation a little bit more and get a little bit more attention. But I don't think that's the whole picture. I think this person is genuinely upset and genuinely don't see any hope. These states of mind in a somewhat grown-up person, usually it subsides, and eventually we can see our own faults and we can go and say I'm sorry to the other person. But I can't guarantee, because this person looks like they are very dramatic in their emotions. So I will see the outcome here for July. And it seems as if you are coming up with a solution. What are you doing how are you presenting this solution? Are you the one reaching out, or what will happen here? Queen of Cups. Now, it seems like you will communicate with the divine and you will find a solution to this problem, and you will be able to be very warm and generous in this situation. But we can see both these, the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands is oriented away from this person, and this person is oriented away from you. So I think there will be a rift in this relationship for a time to come, but it's very possible that there will be a new beginning, either with this person, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, very fertile, or maybe you will get the chance to use your skills of healing and mending in another relationship. I will clarify the outcome, or here with the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Rainbow Prince, compensation, perseverance. You have been working very hard. You have heightened yourself above your own pain, become the hero of your own story, figured out solutions for how to be a better person. you have worked really hard with yourself. You want to evolve. You're not just sitting, moping and sulking and hoping that someone else will come and solve your problem. So the divine thinks that you have done a very great job here. And as like a counter reaction to this, there will come good things for you. Even if it might be not exactly the things that you wanted, in some way you will get compensation. So your life will be okay in some way, even if this person is on a road to destroying your relationship. I'm definitely seeing you being okay with or without this person. So that's that. I asked the clarification for the outcome. So they're just saying they can't guarantee that this person is going to, you know, see the light and do the whole process that we talked about earlier, with amongst else the King of Wands and coming with the King Knight of Wands. But that's the plan, I think, that this person will mope and sulk and, you know, figure something out here. It's kind of minor arcana moon card here, so they're going into a landscape of death and despair and not feeling happy and moping, and eventually this might lead them to, you know, when we have a lot of pain, we try to eventually fix it. Well, maybe they will mope and mope and mope and sulk and someone else will fix it, but that won't help this person. They need to figure this one out and let themselves get back the hope, as we saw with the Star card. So I think this can take a little time for some of your people or some of you, and for others it will be like a week of moping, and then the person will, you know, see things in a different way. So we take a card for the most likely outcome there. High Lady of Love and Compassion. I think they will remember that you are not like the other people, and that they were unfair in their judgment of you. And person like this, I feel like a fly being drawn to you. So if this possibly is, you know, the fly person or this here, they will boomerang and come back, is what I'm feeling. So just stay calm, stay cool, heal and lick your own wounds. And if you still love this person, as it seems here, in other case you might be on this side, if you still love the person, just continue with your life. You will be compensated in some way, so your summer will probably be great in many ways. And eventually this person might remember who you truly are and try to come back and fix it all. So that's what I'm seeing for the most of you. But for right now, it's like burnt child, fear, fire. Okay, so I would urge you to watch the reading, What Do They Want to Happen Between You, and the love reading for June to learn more about this relationship or this situation. And if you want to see new and exclusive reading from me and watch the channel normal reading in advance and ads free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal questions readings for elements readings and all signs readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. In the description box there's also an offer for almost personal reading. What do they feel, or will they come back, which might apply to this situation. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get a heads up when a new video is out. Take really good care until next time. Stay awake, stay healthy, stay blessed, and bye for now.